Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Season 3 here in the Arkansas Razorbacks Dynasty on College Football 25. Our first game coming up in this episode, our first of two games, is going to be us against the Syracuse Orange. I believe we're in like a kickoff bowl of some sort, even though it didn't say that it was whenever I looked at it just a second ago. And then we're going to face off against the Utah Utes as well. We're going to be playing in Atlanta for the first game and then in Salt Lake City for the second. So no home game in this episode. We're going to get into it. We're ranked currently number 7 in the country, as you guys saw. A few SEC teams above us in A&M, Georgia, and Oklahoma. A few other teams in there as well. Tennessee and Auburn in from the SEC as well in top 25, but no one else as of right now. But that is going to be the top 25 right there. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Heisman Watch and a few other things before we get fully into the season and before we get into that first game. And just kind of go over a few different things. We're definitely going to go over the roster real quick and the depth chart, just to show you guys what we're thinking about rocking with for this first game. The main thing that we're going to see is that we're starting a freshman at quarterback. Brian Juravicius, the freshman redshirt, 81 overall, basically the same rating as KJ Jackson, who is going to start off as number 2. But Juravicius has 96 speed, 93 agility, 91 acceleration, 97 change of direction, and his throwing attributes are just as good, if not better, than the other quarterbacks we have on the roster. So he's going to take the helm. He's got Magician, Option King, and Off-Platform for his physical abilities. I think he's going to be pretty good. Rodney Hill going to be our starting running back. You already know how good our receiving core is going to be. We have the fastest group of wide receivers in the country by far. Luke has still at tight end, Ty Washington behind him, and then a pretty good offensive line. Not quite as good as I would want them to be, maybe, but they are pretty decent. We're going to skip over the defensive line just real quick for these positions because the rush right end, rush left end, and rush D tackle are going to be most important. Same thing with the linebackers. And then our secondary, you already know how good they are. Jalen Braxton, Jaheim Singletary, and Tevis Metcalf. We led the country in interceptions last season with basically this same group. So it's going to be exciting to see what we do this year. Since we run the 4-2-5 on defense, I'm pretty sure it reverts to the rush left end, right end, rush D tackle, and sub linebackers as kind of the front six. So Kavion Henderson going to be the starting left end. And starting right end will be Brad Spence, who is usually a right outside linebacker. A D tackle will have Charlie Collins and Quincy Rhodes, who are, of course, defensive ends, but both of them are pretty big guys. Both of them are run stoppers, inside disruptor, outside disruptor, option disruptor. I mean, they can do it all. Not as high overall at D tackle as they are at defensive end, but we're going to go with that. Sub linebackers are going to be Bradley Shaw and Justin Logan, and I believe those are the two that are going to start for us. And then that will be that for the roster. So let's go ahead and jump into this game against the Orange. We are technically the away team for this game, it looks like, so we are going to rock the away jerseys. And then Syracuse will be rocking their home blue and orange jerseys. Let's go ahead and get into it. I will show recruiting after this game for the first week. We've already kind of done a lot in recruiting as of right now, but I'll show you guys who we're going after this game. We are going to start off on defense here on this first drive. That's not good. We do not like to see that here in the first play. 21-yard gain right up the middle for the running back for Syracuse. Not sure what happened there. I guess maybe Quincy Rhodes and Charlie Collins might not be the answer. We'll see. But they hold up well on this play and will cause a 2nd and 9. Oh, yes, sir. 3rd and 13. And we're going to get a big sack in the backfield. 4th and 19. Nothing doing on their first drive, and they will punt it away. RPO on our first play. We got Rodney Hill at running back. Probably should have thrown that one to Jordan Anthony. Gonna get a 4-yard loss on our first play. This time we read it well. Jordan Anthony is wide open. Is not going to be able to race past the defense, but Brian Juravicius, his first throw for the Razorbacks, is going to be a 38-yard gain. The Orange could be bringing a blitz here. We're running another RPO. Luckily for us, that one is deflected because I believe that was going to be thrown right at the Syracuse linebacker there. So good thing it was deflected. Another passing play here. Desmond James is going to be on that slot route, that fade. We're going to get it to Rodney Hill. That is a slow juke move. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Jordan Anthony on the corner route. That's going to be a pick. There's a flag on the play, and hopefully it's defensive pass interference, but it looks like it's going to be holding on the offensive line. That's what I was worried about. The Orange are driving here, and they're finding a man deep downfield. for the first score of the game. I believe that is their impact wide receiver, Darryl Gill. Maybe it's not sure. 40-yard gain and a touchdown. Wow. It's not going to be that easy, is it? It looks like it is. Cross Johnson with the return for the touchdown immediately on the next kickoff. 100+ yards. He's got 99 speed, so it's kind of expected. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Even if you're not, go ahead and like the video. Unable to make a tackle right there. Gonna give up 7 yards. Like the video, leave a comment, leave questions if you have any. We are playing on Heisman difficulty if you are new to the videos. And right now, we're tied 7-7 with the Orange. Hopefully gonna get a win in our first game. We want to start off this season on a good note. And what is that angle from Christian Ford? I mean, come on. That was wild. 3rd and 4 here, nearing the end of the first quarter. Their running back already has over 60 yards rushing, which is not good. And then they've got, 40 yards through the air pretty much. We send a blitz. Wow, that's a great throw. We're unable to get there. A roughing the passer penalty on the next play sends us into a 1st and goal. Can we get a stop? Can you get off the line, please? Wow, we actually do get the stop. It's going to be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal now, a man in motion. The running back is not able to get through. Hurdled over one guy, but the second one was there to make the tackle. 3rd and goal. I would love to hold them to just a field goal here, or maybe even less. We'll have to see. 3rd and goal, running it right up the middle. Another big stop. Wow. 4th and goal, and it looks like they could go for it. No kicker on the field. It looks like wildcat formation. We're going to send everybody up the middle if we can. Going to go ahead and send a man in motion. Hands it off, and they run into their own offensive line and get stopped. That is a massive stop for us. Braylon Russell with a carry, first play of the next drive. Big boy, 250 pounds, running down the field. Massive game for us, 20 yards. All right, running the read option on the next play. Let's see if we can test out Jurevicius's legs. Wow, he has a lot of speed. He has a lot of speed. Robinson has 99 speed behind us and is not going to be able to catch us. Jurevicius, a redshirt freshman, with a big gain for a touchdown, and he is crowning himself the king. If we can get something like that out of our quarterback on a regular basis, we are going to be a very dangerous team. And if we can get something like that out of our defense, we should be pretty good. But we've already given up almost 200 yards here towards the beginning of the second quarter, so defensively we have not looked great so far. Yep, and again, still defensively not looking great. Every time they run the ball, they're getting a lot of yards pretty much. Either we're stopping them in the backfield or they're getting 15 plus. So it hasn't looked great for us defensively so far, which is very concerning. Good run here, but we read it well. Another good run. Surprise, surprise. 73 yards for that running back. I don't know if that's the same one that has the other yards or if it's just him, but it seems like they have more rushing yards than that so far. 1st and 10. Good block on the inside. I mean, there's got to be holding somewhere. We are not getting past any blocks right now. 2nd and inches. Wow. I mean, we tried, but no luck. Syracuse is going to tie it 14-14. Couple of good run plays to start off this next drive. We're going to go with the read option again. This time, they're reading it well. The defensive end stayed there. We hand it off, get the first down. That'll pretty much be the 2-minute warning. I think so far, out of the 10 minutes of game time, we've only had the ball for about 2 minutes. So we've pretty much hardly thrown the ball at all. Pretty much haven't thrown the ball at all is what I was trying to say. Luke Haas is wide open across the middle. We'll get out of bounds. That's a big gain for Luke Haas. First catch of the season for him. 66 passing yards, 4 of 6 for Jurevicius so far. Not bad. Going with the screenplay here on the next one. Jurevicius, though, has a lot of speed. We're going to try to get out of bounds with him. We got 5 yards out of it. We could have found the receiver for Rodney Hill on that one, but didn't really love the fact that the defensive line was in the backfield immediately. So we're going to go with the screen on the next play as well. Get it to Desmond James, who is running through the middle of the field and will eventually be taken down at the 11. 1st and 10 from the 11. Jurevicius with his speed yet again. But we're going to find Jordan Anthony instead, wide open in the end zone for the first passing touchdown of the season. Oh, great defensive play there by 26. That's no, that's Christian Ford. 53 seconds remaining in the half. 3rd and 3. If we can stop them on this play, we could actually get the ball back in time to score again ourselves. We're going to bring a blitz. Travis Metcalf off the edge is going to find the quarterback, bring him down for the sack. We'll call a timeout. Didn't think about it at the time. But we should have about 40 seconds remaining and a couple timeouts once we get the ball back. First play, we're going to start off with fake jet halfback seam. See if we can pull off some trickery here. Not even trickery, really. Luke has wide open and down the field. Both of his catches for big gains. Really haven't been able to find Satania much so far. Going to be looking for him here. He's got that out route. The corner route works to perfection. A gain of 26. Still 30 seconds remaining, so I would love to waste that time. Satania going to be on a little zig route here on the outside. We'll take the 7 yards just to waste a few more seconds. And then the next play here, we will look for Rodney Hill. I saw the pressure coming, thought we could get out in time. Again, we still waste a few more seconds. I would take a field goal in this situation, but I would obviously love a lot more than a field goal. We're actually going to change this up and go with an RPO. Jordan Anthony could be open. He's not. That was the wrong decision. That was a terrible decision. Couldn't see that far out there, so I didn't know whether the corner was there. That's why I shouldn't have thrown it, but I did. And we are tied going into half. We, of course, start off with the ball this half, and Jurevicius, the freshman quarterback, has looked okay, but we're going to try to stick to the ground as much as we can here on this first drive. Little RPO on the second play. That's the play that we threw the pick on. Rodney Hill down with an injury. That is not good. It looks like it's pretty severe as well, so Braylon Russell is going to take over the running back position for now. Hopefully, Rodney Hill isn't that badly hurt, because behind Russell, we don't have a lot of running backs. We'll pick up the first with him, though. Good run here by Tim Cummings, I believe is a true freshman. Getting some good carries, 3 for 37 so far. This is the play that got us our first passing touchdown with a Jurevicius. We're going back to it. I saw him coming off the edge again. We should have thrown it to Anthony again. He was open. We're going to go with smash corners here on 3rd and 9 from the 14. A field goal, again, isn't the worst thing in the world. We do need to look to throw the ball, though. Except in this scenario, whenever there's pressure from both sides, our freshman kicker isn't great. But it's going to be up, and it's going to be good, so we regain our lead. We would love a good defensive stop on this drive. I haven't got an interception yet, which might be the longest we've gone without one in a game so far in this dynasty. Good read by Justin Logan there to stop them to 3rd and 1. I mean, who was there? That was terrible by the defensive lineman who just let the running back run by him. It looks like we're missing Xavier Sori, the linebacker from the past 2 seasons. I mean, so far we have been god-awful defending the ball. And I mean, Syracuse, they are ranked, so I'm sure they've got a good offense, but are they better than our defense? Flag on this next play is going to help us out. It looks like it's going to be holding against Syracuse. And we can't get a big hit with Eric Hawker. And he decides to hit stick after the tight end has already passed him. Stumbling on my words here. We're down against the Syracuse Orange. 3rd and 11 now. It looks like we could have man coverage, or it looks like it could be cover 3, potentially. Cross Johnson has 99 speed over there in the middle slot position. I'd love to get it to him, but we'll just throw it to Jordan Anthony over here, who we know can get us the first down. Jurevicius, QB keeper. Good juke move, good spin move. This man has great agility. Cut up field, and the power back will pick up 6 and is now injured himself. His ankle looks broken there. Okay, so we're down 2 running backs already. We only have 4 on the roster, so we've used all of them today. I don't know how well that's going to work out for us, and I'm glad that that wide receiver mid-screen didn't work out. Josh Valos up the middle. Big Kane. Oh, I thought he fumbled the ball real quick. Big gain, not Big Kane. I don't know what the fuck that means. 2nd and 4 into the 3rd quarter here. Good block. Another good block. Pancaked right in front of us. I think that was Luke Has. And that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So we're down by 4 right now, but it looks like we are in position to get a touchdown here. Going to go with a passing play here on 2nd and goal. We could have man coverage. We don't. But we potentially have Luke Has out here on the corner. That is a fantastic throw from the freshman QB. 179 passing yards, 74 rushing, and 3 touchdowns. He's having himself a pretty good game for his debut for the Razorbacks. 2nd and 5 at the 33 for Syracuse in their own territory. Looks like they're running a passing play here, and we're running man coverage. We're trying to blitz. Man coverage just doesn't work out well for this team. I don't know if it is just the game in general, but we are very bad at man coverage. So we're going to do it again here on 1st down, but it's going to be a draw, and we are going to read it like a book. 3rd and 7. You already know what's coming. We're blitzing. Travis Metcalf. Get to the quarterback, please. Running back is swinging out here wide. We're running basically the same play. Oh, man. Man coverage. We are not good at it. Can the freshmen lead us to victory? We're going to find out on this drive here. Going to keep it with him yet again. Good spin move outside. Just don't fumble the football. I'm still okay with running the ball, but for some reason, they're stacking the box with only a few minutes left to go. So I'm okay with throwing the ball as well, especially if we can find Lucas across the middle. 5 catches for 81 yards. Corner routes for Jordan Anthony and Lucas. Zig route for Satania. But I like this corner route for Lucas. He is Mr. Reliable. 6 for 101 now. But now that we're already about to score, close to the 2-minute warning, I would like to score quicker rather than slower. Jordan Anthony. That's a great ball from Juravicius. And a great catch from Mr. Reliable as well. Jordan Anthony over 1,000 yards last season. I mean, this quarterback doesn't miss his throws. 350 yards. 2 incomplete passes, 4 incomplete passes, maybe at most. I think that's just how it goes when you play on Heisman in this game. Got to guard the running back. We are nearly there. I can't get the interception. 2nd and 4. A minute remaining. All right. The Orange are taking their timeouts, which works out well for us because now there's less than a minute left. It's going to be 3rd down, though. So if we can stop them here, they might just kick the field goal to play it safe. We'll have to find out and see here in a second. Eric Hawker. Looks like he's going to be guarding cover route here. Okay. We can't stop them from getting the 1st down, but we can stop them from scoring. 1st and goal. They're running a running back screen. I'm okay with it, I guess. We should have been calling our timeouts. Wide open. No one guarding it. It's a barn burner, to say the least. A block here on this PAT would be fantastic, but we can't quite get there. What? Why was that pass so bad? Okay, well, Jordan Anthony wide open across the middle. Juravicius with the bad throw. He is just a freshman. We do have to remember that. We got Cross Johnson across the middle. We're just going to go ahead and take our timeouts. Jordan Anthony is going to take it to the house. Is there anyone around? We are going to get in. Tried to celebrate a little too early. We get tackled, but we are in. And it is Jordan Anthony with his 3rd receiving touchdown of the game. And we will take our 3-point lead right back. Juravicius with 400 yards and 5 touchdowns in his debut. Doesn't really get much better. They're going to fumble the ball. Did we get it? Oh, thank God. What a game that was. We will gladly kneel it out here and take the 45-42 victory over the Syracuse Orange here in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Georgia. First game of the season, first win of the season. It wasn't easy, but we got it done. There was absolutely no defense played in this game on either side, really. Over 1,000 yards of total offense. 25 plus first downs for both teams. 26 of 29 for the Syracuse Orange throwing the ball. I guess their running back technically threw the ball on that jet touch sweep. Juravicius, though, 17 of 26, 320, 4 touchdowns. Pretty solid throwing the ball. Very solid running the ball. We split carries between 5 guys. So, you know, if that's how it's going to be, that's how it's going to be. That's all right with me. Jordan Anthony, 3 receiving touchdowns, 150 yards. I mean, he could easily win the Heisman this year since he's going to be in the slot yet again. Defensively and blocking doesn't really matter because defensively we were pretty terrible. Nothing good to show there, but we won the game nonetheless. That's all that matters. Let's go ahead and take a look at recruiting now that that first game is over. These recruits probably won't see the field very much in this dynasty because I'm not sure how many more seasons we're going to do, depending on how good we do this year. Miles Law, number 2 overall quarterback in the country. He is the first player we're going to go after from Iowa City, Iowa. Running backs, we got Dante Giguere, number 1 running back, and then Titus Applewhite. We're going to go after both of them. At wide receiver, we've got DeMar Canty, a 4-star wide receiver out of Earl, Arkansas. So we're going to try to recruit Arkansas as much as we can. Like I said at the beginning of this dynasty, that's what I wanted to do. Offensive tackle, we've got Randall Sharp, Ezekiel Harper, a gem at 5-star, number 2 in the country. So if we get him, that would be very good for us. Our offensive line definitely needs some help after this season passes. And then at defensive end, we've got 4 guys that we're going after. So we've got a 5-star here in Kugbila, a 4-star in Childers, a 4-star in Kawhi Ringo, who is from Arkansas, a gem. And then we've got another 5-star here, athlete though, Tony Vasquez, number 5 in the country. We're currently not on his list, on his top 10 at least, but no one's offered him a scholarship besides us, so I would expect to see us there next week. At D-tackle, we've got 2 guys from Arkansas, JoJo Lloyd and Alonzo Jones, both of them 4-stars, both of them gems, which is very lovely to see, so we are likely going to get both of them, and we're in first place for them right now. Jamerson Ilias from Dallas, Texas, a 4-star, but number 41 nationally, right outside linebacker. We're going after him as well. We'll go after 1 corner out of the 2 that we have on the board. Cole McRoberts, a 5-star out of Oklahoma City. Only between us and Oklahoma right now, so we have a decent chance of getting him. At free safety, we've got Trey Dewey, number 60 in the country. We're not going to go out to Malumba because he has a bust. And then at strong safety, we've got 5-star John Nzegwu from Louisiana. We're currently in first place on him, but we've got a fight between us and 5 other schools. So that's pretty much quickly the rundown for recruiting. Let's go ahead and advance the week. Just quickly, I wanted to take a look at our coaching stats. We are one of the best coaches in the country, obviously. 21-8 in our career so far has been great. 2 winning seasons out of the 2 so far, but this is where we really need to see some improvement this year. 0-1 in the playoffs as of right now. That is not what you love to see. National championships, it's only been the Georgia coach and the Oregon coach as of right now, so it hasn't been bad for us, but it has been great for us. We also have had the opportunity to win 2 conference championships, and we are currently sitting at 0. And I didn't even realize it until now, but I believe Chris Chilhouse was our former coach, offensive coordinator here. He has the same exact record as me, and he's now the head coach at Alabama, so that's unfortunate. We jump up to number 6 here in week number 2, thanks to the big upset for the Marshall Thundering Herd, I believe is what they're called nowadays. Big win over Penn State, who are number 4. Tough loss for them, though. Let's go ahead and hop into this game, week number 2 here against the Utah Utes in Salt Lake City. They lost their first game, so they're not starting off great, but overall-wise, their team is better than Syracuse, technically, so it should still be a tough game for us. Looks like Rodney Hill is back for this game, which is nice to see. We're going to start off with the ball here in the first drive here in Utah. Jurevicius had a great game last game. Can he have another one? The Hogs haven't played too many games out in the state of Utah in our history. I believe we played BYU there a couple years ago, and that's probably about it. We'll go to the ground here on 2nd and 9. Wow, that was a good change of direction by Rodney Hill. A little bit unrealistic maybe. And it's going to be 3rd and 5. RPO actually might be there. Bubble. Let's go for it. Good block from Satania. If we can't get the ball to Satania, at least he's going to help us out in other ways. I'm going to try to get the ball into Satania's hands on this next play. I mean, we had like 5 blockers there, and I think they blocked 2 guys, which is unfortunate. Satania with 1,600 yards in his career receiving has been great. But is he going to have as many this year? Don't know. Rodney Hill bounced around a couple times. 3rd and 2 turns into 1st and 10, baby. Another read option now in the Utes territory. We're going to keep it. Doesn't look like it's going to matter. There's going to be a flag on the play. It's going to be holding, and it's going to be on, I believe, Amarion Harris. He had a holding penalty last game. Going to have another one here in this game. So if we average 1 a game with him throughout the season, it's not going to be great. It's going to piss me off. And it's going to be an incomplete pass on 3rd and 8, which puts us into 4th and 8. Yeah, I mean, it's damn near impossible. Kicking on Heisman is not fun. I do not advise kicking field goals at all, especially with a 72 overall freshman kicker with like 85 kick power. Doesn't really help us out too much. Could be a jet touch sweep here. Could be a sack off of the play action. Yes, sir. Running cover 4 drop, and they're running halfback draw, and they are not going to get the first. 4th and 1. If it was me gaining 15 on 3rd and 16, I'd go for it on 4th and 1 here, but, you know, I'm glad they're not. 2nd and 4, going with the read option. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, we shouldn't have kept it. Obviously, that was a mistake. I was just trying to be greedy. But we get body slammed. Luckily, Jurevicius doesn't seem to be hurt by it. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. Oh, Jordan Anthony is not wide open. Terrible decision. We haven't improved from last year and the year before with Taylor Green. This year we have a little bit more of an excuse since it's a freshman, but he's actually really good, and I'm just still making mistakes. Wow, what a good throw. 3rd and 8. I mean, when I switched to the defender, I kind of pulled him back a little bit, but I think we would have given up that pass either way. Donnell Alexander, first score of the game, goes to the Utes. Don't necessarily love play action here, but it actually looked like it might work out for us. Jordan Anthony is the speed demon, boys. That is a terrible throw. Why am I doing that? Jurevicius is going to lay the big hit. Okay, so we've met our quota for 2 interceptions a game now. We're going to go the rest of the game without throwing a pick. I'm going to call it now. Oh my goodness. I mean, we are just getting manhandled by the offensive line and the offensive blocking of the Utah Utes. 14-0 here in the first quarter. So we've got a lot of ground to make up. It's not looking great. Good blocking by Jordan Anthony. Good throw out to Satania. We'll pick up the first down. We're nearing the end of the first quarter already. So obviously going into the second quarter with a 14-0 deficit is not where you love to be. But we're just going to have to figure it out. Rodney Hill, good carry up the middle. 54 yards rushing for him so far. I don't know. We're bringing a man in motion. We're going to get it off. Wow. Okay, well, great blocking from Amarion Harris. He is not looking great so far this year. 2nd and 20 from our own territory now. This play has to be big. We don't have a choice, but we also don't have time to get it off. 3rd and 20. So now this one has to go for 20-plus yards. We are struggling, to say the least, here at the start of this game. We had someone. But that's 2 big tackles in a row. Tevis Metcalf, I love usering with him because it gives us opportunities like this. 3rd and 19. Surely, if they throw the ball, we can stop them. You would think. They're going to take off. Quarterback will take off. 4th and 14. They'll punt it back to us. We limit them to no points on one drive so far this game. We're getting blown up sometimes, but we're getting the first down. 130 total yards for us so far. And we haven't been great on offense, but we've been all right. The turnovers are really what's hurting us. Good cut up field again by Hill. We'll take 4 yards every time. We'll take those blocks every time as well. Desmond James with a big gain. I like this single coverage on the outside with Satania. I'm going to look for it if I can. Deep ball. Hold on to that. Yes, sir. No, he dropped it. It needed to be just a little bit deeper. I mean, with 95 throw power, I don't know how he's not getting that a little bit further in the air. That's all right. Lucas will come down with this one. No, he won't. Great defense 2 times in a row. Okay, yeah. Jordan Anthony is the one we got to go for. He's always open. Whatever it is, his release has to be great, and his route running has to be great. Rodney Hill with the carry yet again, and we'll pick up 7. 7 points on the board for us. We're in business. Oh, I almost usered that wide receiver mid-screen. I almost read them. 3rd and 5. A big stop here would be fantastic. We're going to blitz again. You already know it. There's no reason not to blitz, except for the fact that, I mean, our Singletary was nowhere near that receiver. Man coverage is not possible with this defense. If we blitz, we have to get to the quarterback. Against my judgment, we're going to run cover 3 on 3rd and 8 here. Oh, that's pick. Gotta be a pick. Metcalf. Defensive back of the year last season. Could he win it again this year? Oh, I hope so. And we might run all go. If they're running press single coverage, they're not. But we still could get Satania. Nope, that was a bad ball. Satania didn't even dive didn't even jump for it. He tried to dive. I mean, I don't know what kind of animation that was, but I didn't like it. 3rd and 4. We should probably run the ball, but we're not going to. We're going to look for Rodney Hill. The blocking is not there. That was probably my bad. I should have read the protection. Should have done something with the protection because clearly it wasn't very good. Punt this one in the air, and they will fair catch it inside the 20. 3rd and 18. We just need to keep everything in front of us. Could run the sweep here. They're just going to run it up the middle, which is perfectly fine with us. We'll use a timeout. We've had to use another one before that. 24 seconds. We're going to run all goes. We'll likely have Jordan Anthony across the middle, or we'll have no one. Instead, we might give up a pick 6 or a field goal to end the half. Jurevicius has 95 throw power, and cannot get the ball down the field. I'm at a loss on defense, I'll be honest with you. But they're going to run out of time here. Okay, they're going to take their last timeout. They're going to go for the field goal. We'll try to block it. We're not going to be able to, and that one's barely inside the left upright, but it is inside, and it's going to be 17-7. We'll get them to 3rd and 10, though. Empty set here, so we know they're throwing the ball. I hope he throws it underneath. He just throws it away. That's even better. 4th and 10. And they'll punt it back to us. So we do somewhat stop them on their first drive of the second half. We had Luke Has in the end zone. 13 of 24. Not a great second game for Jurevicius here at the helm of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Gonna throw it short and hope that Rodney Hill can get past his man. What a move. Adam stood still in the middle of the field for some reason. All right, 3rd and 6. Not great. Got Jordan Anthony on a decent route. Got Johnson across the middle. Those are the really only 2 options we have. Jordan Anthony, stay in bounds. I knew we were going to get that animation. We'll go for the field goal. Please, dear God, do not miss it. That's a great kick. It's up. It's good. We're down by 7. Oh, that's a pick. Did we actually pick it off? Or am I tripping? Yes, sir. Singletary with the pick. I mean, yeah, the way that the graphics were going there, it didn't really make sense whether or not we had the ball or not, but we do, so that's great. Nothing like getting a pick in the Utah territory here when we need them to most. Rodney Hill running up the middle, we're going to pick up 3. Got an RPO bubble here. Luke Has eventually going to get the ball. Don't love it, though, and I don't love that. Not a great play, I guess, overall. So, 3 plays, nothing doing for us. We'll kick yet another field goal. They nearly blocked that one, but it'll be a 4-point game now instead of 7. Now 3rd and 11. They're going to run the wide receiver mid-screen, and we will get to him. Stop them. 4th and 7. They will punt it away yet again. Offensively, they have not been great. No, roughing the punter. That is such a dumb penalty in this game. Going to turn 4th and 7 into a 1st down for the Utes. Ben Bjorquez, backup strong safety. What in the hell are you doing? Both games coming down to the wire. This one a lot more defensive than the last. And again, okay. Why would my guy not turn around properly? Like, I'm trying to go for the tackle and he's just whiffing. Not even a hit stick. I was just pressing A. So that's going to be an easy touchdown for them off of a roughing the kicker on a 4th and 7. Why is the route? Oh, boys. We're going to lose. We are going to lose. Wow. And the blitz is terrible. Does not work out. It's going to be 31-13 now for the Utes. Ross Johnson again up the middle. Oh, he's got a lot of speed. And he's got the burners to get past everyone. Let's go ahead and go for 2 here. We can get it to 31-21. You know, I mean, it could be okay. Jordan Anthony across the middle. We're only down by 10. That's the bright side. The downside is that we've only got 4 minutes, so we're running out of time very quickly. At this point, I'm blitzing every play because we don't really have much choice. Got a man coming through the middle, and he's fumbling it into the end zone. Okay, we're not out of it yet. That is as lucky as we can possibly get. Bradley Shaw records, I don't know if he was the one that forced fumble. I don't think he was the one that picked it up. I don't know who picked it up, but we're only down by 3 with Now only a little bit less than 4 minutes, so it is still possible for us to win this game. Metcalf, I need you big here, brother. Oh, they're going to run the ball. Okay, yeah, we'll take that. 4th and 5, and they are going to punt it back to us. All right, well, 1st and 10 on our first drive, and we have yet another holding penalty. And you guessed it, Marion Harris puts us into a 1st and 20 position. That man, this might be his last game starting at right tackle. He is annoying the hell out of me. Ross Johnson through the middle. Not going to pick up as much as I want him to, but 8 yards works for now. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and run the football here. Get it out to the outside with Rodney Hill. Get up to about the 1st down marker. Not quite to it, though. I definitely did not love that. Titania across the middle, though. We'll pick up the 1st down. He's having a great game. 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions, though, for Jared Vicious is wild. And they're leaving the box fairly empty. Only 5 guys up here. Good blocking. We'll pick up 5 yards. It's 2nd and goal. We can waste some time here, too. It is 3rd and goal, though. So maybe we shouldn't. I'm going to flip it to the other side just so we're running in the other direction in case we have to kick a field goal. Right up the middle. We don't get it. I don't want to go to overtime. I'll be honest, I really don't. Go with the QB sneak. We're leaving it all on the field right here. You're vicious. Can we get in? We can't. So we could stop them for a safety here. Not that that's really going to help us out at this point. Even though we do get it. We do get the safety. Okay, somehow we're still in this. Not really, but somehow. We have to return it, though. And there is nowhere to go. Because the time was running out. Oh, boys. QB sneak was not the play. We come to Salt Lake City. And we throw 4 interceptions. That's really that was the big problem. The fact that we were able to end this game at the end was pretty incredible because we should not have been with how bad we played. But that is just unacceptable. 4 interceptions. 6 through 2 games so far for Jared Vicious. Unfortunately, he probably still is the best quarterback on our roster, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I mean, we could drop him, but he is a major threat on offense, and I don't want to drop him. I do want to drop Marion Harris, though, because I don't know if he's it moving forward. But that's going to drop us down in the rankings significantly. And that's likely going to be the only time we can lose this year. I mean, we can maybe lose one more time. Our schedule is very favorable. I mean, we play Oklahoma, Bama, and Georgia back-to-back-to-back. But besides that, we should get very easy wins the rest of this time. Memphis, easy. Vandy, easy. South Carolina, probably not easy, but very winnable. And then the same thing with Kentucky, Florida, Tulsa, and Missouri. So I see potential to lose 3 games on the rest of this schedule. We shouldn't have one loss right now. We just shouldn't. That's going to do it for today's episode, though. That's where we're going to leave it. We're only going to play 2 games in this one. Sorry that it's been a while. If you're still watching at this point in the video, sorry for the loss. We're going to have to bounce back next week. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Leave a like. Leave a subscription. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.